Okay. Morning, everybody. I'm gonna give everybody a minute to come in here. Today we're gonna go over separating lemongrass. This is pretty non-happy lemongrass. As you can see, it's very root bound, trying to find anywhere to go out of. Since I've taken it out of the pot, its roots have already started poking out. So we're gonna separate out these both sections. Let me get a little closer and I'll show you. All right, we're gonna separate every one of these right there. There's a bunch of them in there. These will all be separate lemongrass plants. Look over here. Plus, I have a couple of moringas here and some stevia. Y'all know I'm working on stevia and moringa, so we're gonna put them out. But I'm gonna lay this down. We're just gonna clean off some of the bed here. See what we're working with. Grass is one of those easy ones that for propagation because you separate those parts and got quiet. The aquaponics barrel is cycling out right now. So, and actually I could cut all these tops off of this lemongrass and they're not ready to harvest them yet. So like everything else, I'm trying to propagate, to find out how much of everything you need to last, like our family of 3 for a year. So I'm working on all these different plants and mints and all that. And you think, well, how much mint could it possibly need for a year? But I mean, how many headaches do you get a year? I know it'll vary from year to year, but it's important to know that kind of stuff because if you have a really bad year during the wintertime, you're going to need lots of mint tea, lots of spearmint oil and all that stuff. So, all right, we got a little bit of dirt here, but mostly we don't have any dirt. I'm going to pull out from the bottom here. I'm just kind of pulling out, seeing what how many roots they got down there. It's not a lot of roots down there. It's kind of like untangling your hair when and I mean, you do got to try to be careful, but don't be so careful that you don't get the job done because it needs to be done. It's in sad shape. So I'm going to start just kind of separating this out with my thumb. That's big, both my thumbs in there. I know this is going to break some roots, but I have to get in there to see what I got to work with. Right. Getting in there a little bit. Feeling a little under the weather. We did a little bit of traveling, and I don't guess my body was ready for the difference in temperatures and stuff like that. And so I wasn't sure I was going to do the class today because I was feeling under the weather. But I didn't want to let y'all down. It's this, somebody told me even if I'm helping one person, that I'm doing a good job, which I agree with that. Put my bed up there. All right, we're back to this. Now, I can already see one coming, so I'm going to come up closer and show y'all. All right, you see how that one's already separating a little bit, and see its roots come down there. So I'm going to dig for that root there, because I'd like to leave it as much as I can, but I'm going to go back over there and work on getting this separate, just like that. The good thing about the aquaponics on wheels is that I'll have a bucket to put my dirt, so I'll put it in. And you don't have to worry about, I know everybody else says don't at least little organic material as possible into your aquaponics. I disagree with that. I put red wigglers in here, and the red wigglers will compost the dirt. And you know, it's true that they use the bathroom in here, but then it all kinds of works out in the wash. You know, the duckweed eats that. I have a cranberry there. The plants will eat that. So, and I like the way the cranberry's hanging over the sides of this. It looks really good. So, I want to take a few cranberries and put them around there. See what they do. We got a little one and a big one right there. So, oh, kind of get a ripping sound there. Oh, there we go. Now we're in there some. Oh yeah. I don't know if y'all can hear that or not, but it's kind of making a ripping noise. Oh yeah, there we go. All right, I just separated it out to about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You could just take this and put this in there and let it go. But actually, I want to take this down a little bit more because you know us, we're trying to produce enough for plenty of people. So, and I eventually like to be able to give some of this away to our sponsors. Whew, I really don't feel good. Oh, there we go. Look at that. It's got a couple of babies on it. See how some of it's dead here. We don't want it to keep trying to feed that dead grass. We'll clean up as much of that as possible. It looks like a pretty good plant. And we have a ladybug on there. So this little bit of dirt right here is not going to affect my system at all. And I'm going to take this right here, dig down in the rock stone. Put this right in here. There, we got one. Kind of separating on its own. So let's try to pull it apart too. Oh, there we go. Okay, another tuber from another one, but clean up some of the dead. And it does have a few roots, so Put this one right in front of that one. That's it. Got two of them. All right, well, three of them. Take this one right here. I wouldn't care if this was all lemongrass. On our next week show, I wanted to let y'all know this is going to be a different kind of show. Next week, we haven't put fish in here yet. What we done is we set up the system, we let it run for a little over a month and let the bacteria build up, and so that the plants started feeding. And let me show you all the cranberries. Y'all remember we put the cranberries in? But you see all the nice white roots that it started producing? So it is thriving because the bacteria is in there. So that's a good thing. So the bacteria being in there, now I can introduce the fish into there, and they'll start thriving, and these plants will start thriving, and it'll stabilize our system. I put a tablespoon of duckweed in there, and I can tell you right now that's already doubled in size. It doubles in size every 7 days. But we're also going to put a umbrella grass into here so that that it's good for the organic material that comes through, and just helps keep us clean. I forgot to get the net off of this right here. Remove all this. There we go. That nice and straight. All right. Now we're digging more. Digging and pulling and tearing. Oh, the split one. That's not good. All right. Just separate those out as much as we can, and to leave as many roots as we can on each particular plant. Oh, yeah. Making the mess. You can take a bucket of water and stick this in. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do that. I have a bucket right here and prepared. Just kind of put it in the bucket and shake it around. Got off a lot of the dirt right there. I am building up a lot of dirt. I got off a lot of it. Little hand rake. All right, back to it. And this one, it is suffering. It has new roots coming down there, but I'm going to go ahead and clip off the top of that. Put this right in here. Like that. Two. So get off the bed. I'm gonna leave these towards the back because as you can tell, we walked from that part, walked through there of the aisle. One being in there. Oh, that was good. So how's y'all's week been? It went Big Bear's Homestead this week. It was awesome getting to visit with a YouTuber, and he's just like he is on his channel. He's just an awesome person. So if you check out my videos about Big Bear's Homestead, you can see that it's, you know, all around awesome guy. As we propagate out our lemongrass. Now each one of these will all become bunches of lemongrass, which I will take out of here when they're developed good, and when I'm preparing to harvest, I'll put them in the actual ground, harvest them, because I don't have enough aquaponics space to be able to do that. Well, you never know. Maybe by next year, because I told you we're building a complete system, and we're doubling the size of our aquaponics, and which will really be good for everybody, because y'all know how we like to share. We'll put a little one back here because it doesn't have any room. So keep this cleaned out as much as possible. So y'all know the medicinal uses of lemongrass. I use a lot for when I'm baking for bees, and I like it in my shampoo. At first, Krista put it in our shampoo, and the bees were just buzzing my hair. I was like, why do they keep buzzing me? I didn't know they had lemongrass, but then the smell of it is just incredible. Oh yeah, there we go. Separate out these bunches. Look at that. That's awesome. I'm going to go ahead and separate some of these because I'm running out of room, and I want to. I can leave that one in there. It's kind of small. So we got this over here. We're going to kind of break this apart a little bit. There we go. I gotta get in here. This is a professional, not in aquaponics, but professionals that grow lemongrass, and you know they don't grow it from seed, you know, because this way is much quicker than growing from seed. Is to throw it out and then separate it. Like this, and let them become, you know, it's grass. It's going to spread out. It's going to propagate itself. Man, I'm sure a lot of that's other roots, and won't move. So I'm gonna leave those two there. All right, there's one more section. Whew. That was real good. But we're almost done. Oh. Oh. I just love it. Love it. Two of them in there. And they will come apart. Excellent. And what they do about that. Look at that. Look at the mess I made. I normally wouldn't do it on the aquaponics system, you know, because of all this organic material, but I needed to show y'all. So what we're going to do, we're going to start cleaning these up and then putting them in. This is actually pretty good. So put this right here. Start working that way back. There we go. Look at that. We have another big one I need to do too, but I'm waiting for the big system to get done so that I can separate it out. And anybody looking to get into a cash product for you know, for retail, this is one of those plants. Give yourself about 2 years to build up on plants like this. Unless you just go out and buy all your plants at once, and you know, give yourself about 2 years to build up and propagate the plants, and then you're in the retail business of lemongrass. Actually know some people that are in the retail business of lemongrass and turmeric. We happen to like our turmeric a little too much to sell it. I use it for several different things. It's really good for you. Everybody knows that. But I also use it for painting. When I'm hurting real bad, or I've worked too hard, or I'm sore, I'll use it. Just take it like taking an aspirin. And Krista pretty much cooks with it constantly, keeping all us healthy. So looking pretty good. That was pretty amazing. From a couple of seeds and about 3 months grow time, and we will get all this. And I'll be able to do this to each one of these in about another 3 months. So we will be lemongrass plenty in about 3 months. And we want to try to make the essential oil. So real soon I'm going to build a distiller. I need a distiller for distilled water. I know it's inexpensive at the grocery stores, but it's there and back. It's an hour-and-a-half trip for us to go to the grocery store. So we just, I mean, you add that expense, and then it's not cheap anymore for distilled water. So we will try to. I'll try to build a distiller here soon. Watching our fellow YouTubers on how to do that. As far as information learning off YouTube, there's just so much we've learned off YouTube. I mean, I appreciate everybody. Oh, look at that. It worked out perfect. All right. Make sure the rocks are good. Separate it out. Twenty plants. 20 plants. Lemongrass from a couple of seeds. 3 months full time. That's pretty awesome, man. I have a couple of moringas here that are very fruit bound. While I got the moringa out here, and I'll show you, and I know y'all can see this. You see that right there? It creates these tubers. This is the way you propagate moringa. I mean, you don't take cuttings from moringa because it grows so quickly. It's like a vine. You might could set up a steamer and do it that way. But I'm gonna put these in here so that put my shorts. Let these grow out a little bit and get these ready for this winter, because I intend on going into the winter time too. I'm gonna put this right here in front of I'm leaving the dirt, most of the dirt on this moringa too. Like I said, I don't care about organic material being in aquaponics. Here's another one. It's get out the weeds off the top of it. It's suffering. Look at this tuber right here. Look at that big fat tuber. It's just suffering because it couldn't grow anymore. So of course we have several videos about moringa and propagating moringa and growing moringa and drying moringa and the general uses for moringa. So y'all check out all our videos. Of course we got some stevia here, you know what I'm trying to do with the stevia, so I'm going to put a few of these in here and take cuttings off them. Here we go. My wife, I can't see her, it's on camera. This is nothing right here, but this is a cactus that was given to us by the lady who pretty much taught us how to do aquaponics. We went down here and we have a video on it, and it's Lloyd and Gina, and there's just some. It was a video about rocket mass. We went down there and built her rocket mass. But This thing is just like been abused. We moved it into dirt, and it didn't really like the dirt. So I'm going to put one back in here because I don't want to. I don't know what it is, but I don't want to lose it. So and give it to us. So I'm going to put it in our bucket here. And what it's going to do, it's going to soak out, and we'll find the dirt off, and it'll loosen up, and all that soil will loosen up from it. But this cranberry right here, I think I'm going to put it like over here, kind of draping over the fish tank, or I mean, it'll mainly be for decoration because it looks really good. Yeah. Pick up my best you don't want to get over there. Cranberry, like, I want to lay in. Yeah, I'm going to put this right down there. Okay. So then I look